Well, it's once again time for a game hunting classic, and that is we're going back to GameStop to do a unboxing episode with some condition reports. Let's do this. So if you've been watching my channel for a while, you probably noticed that this is a episode of Bargain Game Hunter that we do fairly frequently, and that is the classic GameStop unboxing, specifically a condition report episodes. So if you don't know what a condition report is, if you haven't been watching for a long period of time, basically whenever you buy games from GameStop, you never know what condition they're going to be in unless it's a brand new release game. You could get complete, you could get generic case, you could get no case at all. You never know. So I always find it interesting whenever I get a bunch of GameStop games to open them up and find out, okay, what condition did we get? So this batch is part of a classic sale that GameStop does every now and again, and that is the 4 for $20 and the 4 for $10. So every now and again they'll do a sale where you can spend $10 and get 4 games that are normally $5 each for $10, or the better one, which is the one I took advantage of, you can get 4 games that are normally $10 for $5 a piece. So I picked up a grand total of 16 games plus a couple extras that were clearance just to fill out an order. And what's cool is not only did I get the 4 for $20 deal, but it stacks with the 5% that you get off using the GameStop Pro membership, which is why I had to get extra items, because it didn't quite hit the $80 threshold, even though I got 4 for $20s. So, of course, my order was split into 3 different packages. I have 2 of them currently, so I'll do the third one tomorrow. But let's start with our first package. Let's see what we got. And I'm not going to look ahead of time. I'm going to just pull out each game one at a time. And I honestly don't remember everything that I got. I know I got a fair amount of stuff. Most of it is like PS4, Xbox One. We got a few other random ones here and there, but let's see what we got. First game up. Okay. We got Flashback on the PS4. So this is a classic, super iconic game that I didn't own in my collection. I've heard really good things about it. The case is not in the greatest shape. You see there's like a gash in it. But it is the original case. It's the original artwork, and the disc looks in good shape. So I'd say that's a win. I wouldn't mind finding another PS4 case to swap this out with, but other than that, not too bad. So we got one complete game to start. Next up, we have a blank GameStop case. I'm gonna guess this is a PS3 game because I did get one PS3 game. No, this is it's an Xbox 360 game. Okay, in a not Xbox 360 case. Well, we have Ace Combat 6 on the Xbox 360 in a completely incorrect case. This is the case you use for like Xbox One, PS4, PS3, not Xbox 360, but that's what we got apparently. So we're one for two, I'd say. Next up, a Xbox One/Series X game. It is complete. Don't know much about this game, but it was in that $10 range, and it looks interesting, so I figured I'd grab it. That is King's Bounty 2 on the Xbox One. I think it's like a strategy RPG, something like that. Turn-based combat, yeah. Okay, I mean, I'm sure it's a good game, and for $5, can't go wrong there. Alright, is this the last game in this box? No, I got 2 more left. So the next one... Alright, we got Payday 2, The Big Score on the Xbox One. I don't own Payday 2 physically, I don't believe. If I do, I didn't see it in my collection, so that's why I ordered it. I'll have to triple check, but I'm pretty sure I don't own a physical copy of Payday 2. But now I do. So here we go. This is the Big Score edition, but I don't know if the content is on the disc or if it was in like an add-on. So this might just be the base, although the disc does say the Big Score edition, so maybe it's all on there. But yeah, didn't own Payday 2. I know Payday 3 is out, but I didn't own Payday 2, and it was a game that I could add to the collection, so why not? All right, last game in this box is not the right one. Interesting. Well, that's odd. I'm pretty sure this is... Yeah, okay. I gotta pull out the receipt on this one. It doesn't say what platform. Interesting. Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure I ordered this on Wii U, and they gave me the Xbox 360 copy of Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed. But it is complete, and it is backwards compatible. So, not the end of the world, but I was expecting a Wii U game, not a Xbox 360 game. But, I mean, sure, it's not the end. It's not that bad of a deal, and, I mean, aside from the one Ace Combat game, we got all complete stuff, so that's pretty good. Let's move into box number 2, see what we got in here. I have the receipts. We'll look at that at the end. Let's pull out our first game. It is a PS3 game, and it feels heavy. I think it's complete, actually. Oh, it is. It even has an ad for the PSP in it. Oh man, this is super complete. We have Hot Shots Golf Out of Bounds on the PS3. I've never really got into the Hot Shots Golf franchise, although I heard it's good. So I figured, well, for $10, might as well pick it up. And this is super complete PS3 game. So pretty happy with that. Good start to box number 2. Next game, another complete game. And I've heard good things about this. I believe at one point I had it on PS4, traded it in because for some reason it was worth a lot of money, and then now I have it on Xbox now that it's not worth a lot of money. And it's Strange Brigade, which is a like co-op action-adventure game. I heard good things about it. I heard it's a fun game, so now I have an Xbox copy that I don't really plan on trading in. So there you go. Next game, there are 3 games left in here. All right, another complete game. We're doing well with Xbox, except for the one 360 game. We've gotten all the Xbox One games have been complete so far. We have Desperados 3. This was on Game Pass for a long time, and it was also on clearance at Walmart, but it never dropped to that magical, like, super low price. So I waited, and now I got it for $5. Can't go wrong there. So far, so good. 2 games left. Another complete. Oh, it's got codes and stuff. I wonder if the codes... It's a red box copy. That's interesting. We have Trials Rising Gold Edition on the Xbox One. Trials is like a physics-based puzzle type game where you're driving a motorcycle and you have to like land it in certain ways. You can tell it's a red box copy because of that ring in the middle. But I mean, it's got the box, it's got the codes. I don't know if the codes work. I'll find out, I guess, but there we go. Trials Rising complete. Last game. No, there's 2 more. There's a lot of games in here, jeez. All right, this one. Glad this one's complete. So, this is another game where I've bought it multiple times, and I've traded in multiple times. The main reason why I traded in multiple times is because for some reason, it was worth a lot in trade-in for a while. It's not anymore. So I picked it up again, this time for $5. And I have the sequel, so I might as well get this one back. The original Elix on the Xbox One. Yeah, it was going for like $8 or $9 in trade-in at one point at GameStop, and I traded in my copy, and I got another copy and traded that in too. So, yeah, I mean, might as well get it back for $5. This is the last game. Not complete, okay, but it is in an original Xbox One case, but doesn't have the cover art. But it is the right disc, so that's good. We have Vikings Wolves of Midgard on the Xbox One. Action adventure game, I believe. Of course, it's Viking sets, so I'm sure it's going to draw some comparisons to something like Assassin's Creed Valhalla. So, we did pretty well, honestly. Of these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 games, only 2 of them are not complete. One of them just doesn't have the cover art. One of them is in the complete wrong case and doesn't have anything. And then I guess there's the odd situation of one of the games isn't for the right platform, but is still okay, I guess. I mean, I would have liked to have Sonic and All-Stars Racing transformed on the Wii U, because I like collecting Wii U games, but I mean, it's probably... Oh, and I have a digital copy of it on Xbox 360, but you know what? That's fine. I mean, it's not worth returning. Plus, fun fact, if you try to return a bundle deal like this to GameStop, they want you to return all of the games. So you can't just return one. You have to return all of them in order to get a refund or something of that sort. So it's not worth it. But, I mean, I'll take it. It's still a complete, really nice condition copy of that game on 360. So either way. So yeah, that's what I got so far. I think it's a pretty good stack. We will unbox the last box tomorrow, and then we'll go into a recap of everything and what it's all worth. All right. Well, I've gotten the final box of games from GameStop. So we're going to go through that, and then we're going to do a final recap where I show how much each game is worth. And we actually did pretty well overall, especially if these are all complete or as they're supposed to be. So let's find out. There's the receipts. I saw one. That's a good sign already. So our first game is Tales of Zestria on the PS4. Complete. It's a little, like, I guess water damage on the back of the case. It's a little musky, but still complete. So I'll take that. Good start. That one paid $5 and it's worth $12. So good start to the video. Next game. Oh, surprising too. Of all the games that did not have a case, I did not expect this one to. My first generic case for the PS5. We have Starbase Startopia on the PS5. It's a city building game where you build a space base. I've never had a PS5 game that was in a generic case, but we have our first one. I looked up the values for complete games, so I don't know how much this is worth now. I paid $5 for it, and I'll show the value on the screen. Next up, we have the case. We got more than that. Ooh, looks like we got pretty much everything. Nice. We have Wargroove on the PS4. I've heard good things about this. It's like turn-based tactical game. They're making a sequel. It's got a bunch of stuff in it too, so figured it was worth a grab, especially for $5. So can't complain there. Paid $5 for Wargroove, and it is worth $14. So this one has some good value. Next up, we have another generic case, although at least this time it's in a proper PS4 case, but does not have the cover art. We have Yonder, the Cloud Catcher Chronicles on the PS4. It was like a 3D platformer kind of game. Looked interesting, so I figured I'd grab it. Paid $5 for Yonder, and it is worth $12 in complete form, so it's worth less than that. Here's what it actually is worth. Alright, next up. Alright, at least this one was complete, so that's a good sign. We have Code Vein on the Xbox One. I did own this game on PS4 for a while. I think I traded it in at some point. But I wanted it really for Xbox, and now I have it for Xbox for $5, so can't go wrong there. Paid $5 for Code Vein, and it is worth $8, so it's one of the lower value games. And then these last two are both sealed. Well, that's great. So I think I mentioned this in part 1, but GameStop, in addition to doing the 4 for $20, was also doing a buy one, get one on all clearance games. So because of that 5% discount I get for being a pro member, it didn't add up to $80. So I needed to buy something else to make it over $80. So I did. I got not one, but 2 brand new sealed copies of Anthem on the Xbox One. Why did I buy Anthem even though I already have it? Because it was cheap. I paid, I think, $5 total. I think a little less than that even for 2 copies sealed. So Anthem sealed is worth $6. So I got $12 worth of games for $6. Okay. I mostly figure, well, I can either give them to somebody and keep the case, or maybe use them for Brosmas next year. Who knows? But I needed to fill out the order, so might as well go with those. So now let's go over the stuff that we got from the last time, which was yesterday. And again, we did pretty well overall. These I have gone back and calculated the actual value because we had a few change. So we'll start off with Vikings Wolves of Midgard on the Xbox One. Did not have the cover art, but has everything else. Paid $5, and this one is worth 12. Even loose, so not too bad. Then we got Strange Brigade on the Xbox One. This game had a lot of value for some reason on PS4. It has a lot of value on Switch. But I figured I'd grab it on Xbox One, so picked it up. Paid $5, and it is worth 12, so another decent value there. Desperados 3 on the Xbox One, another game that I was on Game Pass. I wanted to buy when it was cheap, and I finally did. Paid $5 for Desperados. It is worth 10, so again, double up at least. Then we got Trials Rising on the Xbox One, the Gold Edition. I haven't tried the code, but it does have a code, so maybe it'll work, and maybe we'll get some extra stuff with it. But cool, Trials Rising on the Xbox One. Paid $5, it is worth 7, so this is probably the least valuable game. Then we have Elix on the Xbox One. Now I have the complete set once again. I've rebought this complete set multiple times, so now I'm probably going to keep it because I don't see the price of the original Elix spiking again like I did before. Paid $5, and it is worth 10. King's Bounty 2 on the Xbox One, another RPG. It's also on the Series X, so I guess there's a Series X version of it. But yeah, looks interesting. It's a game I didn't own. Paid $5, it is worth 12, so another decent value there. Payday 2, the Big Score edition. I believe the DLC is actually on the disc, which is kind of cool, which is why there are different SKUs of it. But yeah, I paid $5 for this, and it is worth 10, so not too bad. Flashback on the PS4, cool retro game. I've heard good things about it. I'm excited to play it. Paid $5 for Flashback. It is worth 15, so this is one of the most valuable games we have. Then we have this blank case, which just so happens to be Ace Combat 6 on the Xbox 360. This one I paid $5, and it is worth 12, even in loose condition, so not too bad. Then we have Sonic All-Stars Racing Transformed on the 360, not the Wii U like I ordered. But hey, it's complete, it's in good shape. Paid $5, and I believe this one's only worth 10. So it is worth less than the Wii U, but not by a substantial amount. And then, last but certainly not least, we have Hot Shots Golf Out of Bounds on the PS3. Complete, in good shape, fun, arcadey golf game. Even got an ad for the PSP in it, so that is as complete as you can get. Paid $5, and this is worth 11. So there you go. We got a grand total of 18 games if you include both copies of Anthem. 16 I'm going to be adding to my collection, and then 2 copies of Anthem that I'll figure out what I want to do with. But yeah. I mean, overall, we did pretty well. Technically, we had, I think, we only had 4 games that did not have cover art. and one game that was incorrect. It was the right game, but it was the wrong platform, which is a little weird, but it's fine. Overall, though, we did pretty well. I think we got a good amount of games, good quality. Yeah, so GameStop actually did pretty well here. I'm overall pretty content with how all of this turned out. So there we go. But anyway, that is going to do it for this episode of the Bargain Game Hunter. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you are new around here, be sure to hit the subscribe button, click the notification bell. That way you know when new videos drop. Not sure when the next episode is going to come out because, again, things are kind of up in the air right now. I'll try to get one out as soon as I can, and hopefully eventually I'll get a haircut because my hair is awful right now. But we'll get there. So I'll try to release some other stuff in the meantime. I know I'm really behind on the gameplay videos, but I also want to try to get out some like collection focused stuff. So there'll be content coming out, just maybe not necessarily Bargain Game Hunter as often as I'd like, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next episode of the Bargain Game Hunter. Bye-bye.